In today's video, I'm going to be finishing up discussing the principles of miracles found at the beginning of chapter 1. Okay, here we go. Number 47 says, the miracle is a learning device that lessens the need for time. It establishes an out-of-pattern time interval not under the usual laws of time. In this sense, it is timeless. Okay, what does this mean? Why is it timeless? It's timeless because there is no such thing as time. We only need the miracle within the illusory world when we're following ego's teaching, where we believe there's time. That's when we need the miracle. Otherwise, we don't need it because we would be out of the illusion, following Holy Spirit, following the truth. So the reason that miracles is a learning device that lessens the need for time is because each time you experience a miracle, which is remembering the truth, you've broken out of the illusion. You're undoing your mind's belief in the ego's teaching. So that's why we need the miracle. We need the miracle to keep practicing again and again and again every time we have the miracle, what's true and what's not true. And that's why it lessens the need for time, because the only reason we need time, or we think we need time, is because it's a part of the illusion, because we believe in our ego and we're believing in the illusory world. That's why we think we need time. So the more we practice a miracle and break ourselves out of that false belief, it lessens the need for time. Once we're all awake, there will be no need for time. Or once you, as an individual, appear to experience being awake, you will have no need for time. It establishes an out-of-pattern time interval not under the usual laws of time. In this sense, it is timeless. All right, well, those are all just fancy words to mean there is no such thing as time. There's only the now moment. All right, 48 says, the miracle is the only device at your immediate disposal for controlling time. Only revelation transcends it, having nothing to do with time at all. All right, so the miracle is the only device at your immediate disposal for controlling time. Okay, why? Because there is no such thing as time. It doesn't really exist. So within the illusory world, every time we're experiencing a miracle, we are breaking out of time. And then that is how we are controlling it. We are lessening our need for time. We are lessening time's grip on us. We are lessening the illusion's grip on us. We are lessening the ego's grip on us. That's how we're controlling time, because we are collapsing time every time we are experiencing a miracle. And a miracle, remember, is just remembering the truth, following the Holy Spirit's teaching. That's the miracle. Knowing that you are not an ego, you are not a body, and that you are spirit and you are free. That is the miracle. Knowing that you are one with God and with all creation in the multiverse. So that's why you're controlling time by using the miracle, because you are collapsing time. So it says only revelation transcends it, having nothing to do with time at all. Okay, so revelation means when you are completely in the truth. You no longer need the miracle because you're no longer falling back into illusion. Once you experience revelation, you are awake permanently. So that's why it says only revelation transcends it, meaning time. So once you experience revelation, you are no longer a part of the system of time, because you are no longer a part of the system or thought system of the ego. 49 says, the miracle makes no distinction among degrees of misperception. It is a device for perception correction, effective quite apart from either the degree or the direction of the error. This is its true indiscriminate. I knew I was going to have a hard time saying this word. Indiscriminateness. Sorry, I messed that up. Indiscriminateness. Okay, that was a little better. All right, so what does that mean? That means that there is no order of difficulties when it comes to illusions, it doesn't matter the degree of the misbelief. It doesn't matter the degree of the error, because what the Course is teaching us is there's only two choices. There's ego or spirit. There is no degree of either one. You're either in truth or out of truth. You're either believing in illusion or not believing in illusion. It's just one or the other. So that's why it says it is a device for perception correction, effective quite apart from either the degree or the direction of the error. So a miracle is just perceiving truth. It's a correction. It's a perception correction. So the incorrect perception is the ego's thought system, and the correct perception is Holy Spirit's thought system. All right, so number 50 says, the miracle compares what you have made with creation, accepting what is in accord with it as true, and rejecting what is out of accord as false. All right, so again, that last one simply means, they're just fancy words for meaning you have two choices. You either know truth or you forgot truth. That's it. Those are the two choices. That's why it says the miracle compares what you've made with creation, accepting what is in accord with it as true, okay, and rejecting what is out of accord as false. So when we are mistaken and believing in illusions, we are accepting the ego's truth and rejecting Holy Spirit's truth. And when we are listening to Holy Spirit and know our truth, we are rejecting the ego's version of truth and fully accepting Holy Spirit's version of truth. So that's what this entire Course is always teaching us again and again and again, with many fancy words, many different ways of saying it, all to continuously be unwinding the grip that the ego has had on our minds. So that's why this Course is so genius, the way that it's written and designed. And that's why it can be infuriating sometimes to our human ego mind, because it is a long process of unwinding. And through that, there are many ups and downs. There's many rememberings and forgettings. There's many going around in circles, but really they're always going up in a spiral. So even though it's quite simple and there's only ego or spirit, those are your two choices at all times. And the good news is you always have another moment to choose again. So if we forget and we choose ego, which I do all the time, we all do it all the time, we forget. The good news is we have another moment to remember truth, to remember the correct teacher, to follow the correct teacher and listen to the correct teacher. So we're going to keep at it now that we're done with the principles of miracles. I'll start going through the Course section by section and reminding myself and you at the same time of who and what we really are, which is God's source creation. We are all God's source creation. We are all love.